Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for tuning into the show on Thursday morning. Usually I have a guest, but we switched it up. I am actually back in Rhode Island now, Yahoo. I was not able to, before I left, I was not able to get this episode recorded for Monday. So instead I put my episode with Raph for Monday. It's my show. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And you guys will listen anyway, so. No. Anyway, we are finishing up the third quarter of the year. This is actually coming out on the last day of the third quarter. I may have procrastinated a little bit in putting this episode together, but if you remember, every quarter of the year, I have been going over my 2021 goals, and I have seriously been unimpressed with myself, considering how many I have. No, I mean, it's preposterous to have this many goals. But again, it's all a learning experience. I think I said that when I made this list. I was like, God damn, this is a big fucking list. How am I going to do this? But like I said, this is something that we're here for. We're supposed to learn. We're supposed to do shit, right? Try. We're supposed to try. We're supposed to aim for the stars. What's the Pop Smoke album? Shoot for the moon, aim for the stars, or some shit. I don't know. It don't fucking matter. I had 14 goals. I crossed off 3 of them because I realized that those last 3 are ones that should always be, present. It shouldn't be something that 2021 I finished. I'm going to stop being a good brother now. I stop being a good boyfriend. I'll stop learning about myself because I've learned all I need to learn about myself, right? I don't, who gives a fuck? No, that's not how this shit works. We're supposed to be getting better in life all the time, as much as we can. But without further ado, I have my list still here. Ha ha ha. It was hung up on the wall, but for whatever reason, this room, maybe it gets muggy or some shit and shit falls off the walls. I don't know. So it was hidden for a little while, not going to lie. And this is going to be an interesting one because there's some stuff on here that there's at least one thing on here that I've reconsidered, and it's the top one. So you know what? We'll just get fucking started. So number 1, how did I have it last time? I think I had it like this. Wait a goddamn second. Maybe I should have figured this out before I pressed record. Perfect. Almost. Come on, you can do it. All right, you know what? Go fuck yourself. I'll just hold it. Ha-ha. So the first one is break even on OA. You know what? I'm just going to put it over here. Break even on obsessive aggression. Sell 60 pairs. And as you guys know, I've been talking on here about some secret stuff that will be revealed shortly. Not today, but it will be revealed. And I'm sure it'll make next year's list. But something I realized, I was listening to a Jocko Willink podcast, and he talks about how, goals and objectives change. And that's something that's happened here. I listened to him, and I'm like, wow, there shouldn't be anything wrong with switching your objectives and whatever your goals are. You should be able to reevaluate them and say, all right, maybe put this one on the shelf for a little bit, and we'll either get back to it or we'll fucking forget about it. Who knows? It's okay that I spent $1,300 or $1,500, whatever it was, to get these gloves sent in from fucking Pakistan. It's okay that I did that, right? It's okay that I went and got an LLC and did all these things to start a business, when now I'm doing something that I feel much more passionate about. I feel much more connected to, something that I've wanted to do my whole life. And again, it's a secret, and I'm being very ambiguous here, and you guys aren't going to know about it for another few weeks. But you will know about it. Don't worry. But nonetheless, OA, obsessive aggression, has been put on the shelf. I still have the website. We might do another little commercial, a little promo or something. put it out there, but it's not my main focus anymore. The show has become my main focus as well as the other stuff. So I think this one is, it's safe to say that I can cross out. When I first made this list, it was right at the height of my entrepreneurial ambition. When now I think I've grown more into the, I still want to make money on my own and I still want to be self-sufficient and all that stuff, but it's going to be through a different route. I don't know if it'll be through a conventional business. It still could be though. Like I said, this show is like a funnel, and whatever I do in my life is going to be funneled through this show, and you guys are going to listen about it and hear about it, and I'm still going to talk about obsessive aggression. I'm still going to have people on the show, and they're going to talk about it and whatever the fuck else. But, this is one of those ones that I think it's okay to cross off, right? Because, like I said, I crossed off 12, 13, and 14 last time I was on here. This one I think is okay to cross off, not for the same reasons as the other ones. The other ones I crossed off because they're kind of a lifelong thing. They're a lifelong goal, but or lifelong pursuits, I should say. This one is more of a change in objective. That's pretty much what it is. So break even on obsessive aggression, sell 60 pairs is getting crossed off. This one was at the top of the list because at the time it was most important. Now it is not. And I don't mind, it's you got to take chances. You got to try things. You got to see what you like. I actually renewed the domain today, the DNS, whatever the fuck that even means. I don't remember. But I renewed all that shit, went on Namecheap, and that's still there. The website will still be there, Squarespace, the whole deal. And like I said, I'll always talk about it at the end of the show. I'll always plug it at the end of the show. If I ever make it on somebody else's show, I'll plug it on there too. But nonetheless, obsessive aggression is on the back burner. And with that, we now have 10 goals, right? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we have 10 goals that we have till the end of the year to finish. Now, a couple of them I've met, right? I don't know if I have. I haven't listened to the other one, the last goal recap. I haven't listened to that yet, but so I don't remember which ones I have nothing checked off on here, so I don't know. But anyway, number 2. Still a goal. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but make first amount of money on the podcast. / get a bigger reach. Now, the bigger reach part has happened. I have definitely seen growth. I'm not all over the place, right? People aren't talking about the smoking Simian and whatever the fuck else. That hasn't happened yet. And I don't foresee it happening this year. Making my first amount of money on the podcast is still possible. I don't necessarily see it. But, hey, you got to stay hopeful. I spoke on here with Mohammed Diaby a little while ago, and we were talking about how Elon Musk said, what's the other option if not hope? So we stay hopeful. The other sub-goals under there I think I've been doing well with, right? More active on social media. I post every day. I'm thinking about possibly making a separate page for the show on Instagram and have my personal account be whatever, only because most of the stuff on my personal account has been posts on, has been Smoking Simian posts. So why not make my own thing? We'll see how that goes. I might write out the rest of the year the way I've been doing it, and then maybe come in with a bang next year. I've also been trying to use the platforms that the way that they're intended to be. For example, Twitter. I try and go on there and say what's on my mind and say funny things that kind of pop into my head. Instagram, I've been using the Reels. I feel like you get a decent amount of exposure on the Reels rather than a regular post because the Reels kind of just go out to wherever. I'm realizing that I don't know what the fuck I was going to say. I forgot. But anyway, the I've been doing like little skits, not really skits, but little, funny videos and whatever to throw shit on there. I realized that when you put music, and it'll add you to the every other reel that uses that kind of music, it'll add you right to that collection. So that's pretty cool. I think I've been making moves on this. This second goal here has been, more active on social media. Use the YouTube. Right, YouTube, I've been adding clips because I'm realizing that most people aren't going to listen to a full hour-long episode, aren't going to watch it, you know what I'm saying? So if I put a clip, maybe it'll spark interest, it'll get people into it and whatever else. It's about learning. It's about learning, trying different things, doing new stuff, and that's what I've been doing. It's been a big learning curve. That's the best way to put it. Big learning curve, but there has been growth. The reach has increased, and that's all I can really ask for. I don't know if going into next year's list, I don't know if money on here is going to be, money in the podcast. I don't know if that's going to be a focus. If it happens, it happens. But the reach, the learning, that stuff's more important to me. But we'll keep it on there. We're not going to cross it out, Number 3, double the amount in my brokerage account. Put money in it often. Make a point to review finance news. I have been reading finance news. I haven't been really putting it into application. The market has been fucking awful. I'm losing every other fucking day. I broke like 4,000 in total gains, and now I'm like 3,200. It's bad. It's bad, and it's upsetting. But I'm realizing more and more that you're not going to beat the market. You're not going to beat the market year after year. I did well last year. I think everybody did well last year. This year has been a little rough, regardless of, whose fault it is or what the deal is. It seems like the economy is I read something the other day that the U.S. economy by like October or the middle of October, we're supposed to run out of money. Like, what the fuck is that? What is that? Just press print. I mean, just let it keep coming. Who gives a fuck about inflation at this point? There's a chance that there could be a default on all the bonds and that type of thing, and we would be fucked. I mean, what is that? The government can't pay bonds? But, double the amount in the brokerage account. I'm not even close. I haven't been putting money in there. I don't have a whole lot of disposable income to do so, especially coming in toward the end of the year. I was fortunate to where I got a tax return. I thought I had to pay a whole bunch of money, but I ended up getting some money back, so that was good. That helped me boost my savings a little bit, so that was great. I just haven't been able to put any money in the brokerage account, and I haven't been able to rebalance it. I've been saying for a while that I'm going to rebalance the account, and I fucking haven't. So that one, I've been a little neglectful. But with so many goals, I mean, fuck. That's what it is. This is what I do. Double the amount in the brokerage account. That's might have been a little heavy, right? Double it. I mean, fuck. It was already at like 10 G's. I was almost at 12. I thought I was gonna see something good there, but it's all good. It's all good. I have to stop losing money though, so I got to figure some shit out. Maybe tomorrow morning we'll see how the market is, and we'll do a sell off if I'm making some money, and we'll rebalance and we'll do everything all over again. But that's that one. Next is 185 pounds by end of the year. Last quarter I said by April. That fucking wasn't possible. I'm sorry. Not even last quarter. That was halfway through the year is when I decided to scratch it out and say by the end of the year. I have been, I've been dealing with some injuries, a bunch of setbacks. But something that I had noticed what was happening with me is that I would gain some traction, then something would knock me off the horse. And, for example, I was riding my bike super often when I got my back injured, and my back was bothering me for a while, and it actually feels all right currently, and I'm able to lift weights and do that real light. I'm able to do it though, and it feels good. And I'm back in the gym more or less. I just got to get the focus right. The focus is the hardest part. 2020 was a phenomenal year, but one thing that I lost was my I guess discipline when it comes to the gym. I've found it in other ways. I found it with this podcast. I found it with my money. I've been able to save a little bit. I've been able to, make sure I'm not super low. I really haven't dipped into my savings at all. I had kind of a breakdown a few months ago because I was getting hit with a bunch of shit, and I took money out of the obsessive aggression account to pay off my credit card bills and some tickets I got in the mail and a whole bunch of shit. That was a lot of money that I really didn't have to spare, and I got some real anxiety. But I think it was the smart move to go ahead and just pay all that shit off, and I ended up getting the money back, so that's fine. But 185 pounds by the end of the year, it's still possible. It's just a rewiring of the brain. I can see that one moving into next year, if I'm being honest. I'm going to be spending a lot of money coming this month, these next couple months, but that has nothing to do with this goal. It's really about eating right. The diet has been the most important thing, and the consistency. I've been consistent with some other things, and I've been neglecting that. So it's about being consistent across the fucking board, and that's hard to do. I'm realizing more and more that it's harder to do the more shit that you do. It's hard to be consistent all the way across the board. But I refuse to not be multifaceted, if that makes sense. Like I want to have my hand in a bunch of different things, and I think it's possible to stay consistent with, 3 or 4 different things. It's just about keeping a schedule, which we'll get into later on. But 185 pounds by the end of the year, I'm not giving up hope on it. Could still very well happen. Just got to trust the process and stay disciplined. That's what I wrote underneath. Next, this one's going to get crossed out like a motherfucker. MMA debut. I haven't even thought about this one. I haven't even thought about it. Like I said, I haven't even been able to train. I was back at training last week before we went to Indianapolis. I was able to go to the Team United and train and, go to class and do what I could do. And I felt all right. I was obviously sore, but there's not even a thought in my mind about fighting MMA or doing any of that right now. That one, I don't even know if that'll be anywhere in the near future. I do want to test myself. I do want to try it at some point. Maybe next year. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I haven't done any grappling or any jiu-jitsu or any of that stuff. So it's been tough. Like I said, I only have so much money. I go to Team United and I train there for a very affordable rate. And I'm able to do that. But go to a jiu-jitsu gym and, I don't have the disposable income right now. I don't make a whole lot of money. But that's what it is. But that's going to get crossed off because MMA debut hasn't even been a thought in my mind. Probably since I wrote the shit down. It's just, like I said, the theme of this revision and the theme of this, I guess this episode is realizing when to count your losses, realizing when there's, room to change your goals, room to, switch shit up. And that's what I've done. MMA debut, not really. That one is like, has been the farthest away from my fucking mind for the most part. Next, number 6, read 20 books this year. This one I have been trying really, really hard to get done. I have, through the process of doing that, I have fallen back in love with reading. I used to read all the time when I was a kid. I used to love reading, and I do again. I really do. It's and I'm happy that I've found that because shit, it's true. When you read, you fucking, you gain shit, right? You gain knowledge, you gain different perspectives and that type of thing. I've been reading a lot of Albert Camus. Been talking about that. I love his philosophy on life. It's been interesting. Right now I have 2 personal finance books. Two very famous ones. Right now I'm reading The Richest Man in Babylon. That's a short book. Well, not super short. It's under 200 pages. I've read shorter books, like The Stranger was like 100 and something pages, and the other two Camus books were under, they were like 100 and maybe 140 pages apiece. But, this one, I was hoping to get it done and get Think and Grow Rich started this month, but that probably won't happen. And I mean, if I read 2 books for each month for the rest of the year, that'll put me at 8 more, which will put me at around, I think, 13 or 14 books. So I do want to kick it into high gear and get as close to 20 as I can, because I did kind of have a bit of a hiatus after I read Ladies and Gentlemen, Lenny Bruce, the longest book I've ever fucking read, one of the best books I've ever read, but it was very long, and after I did that, I was like, let me lay back for a little bit, let me rest, and I took kind of a hiatus, and I shouldn't have, but that's what the fuck we do. So that one, I'm going to try and get as close to 20 as I can. I got to kick it into high gear with the reading. I got to read, more every day. And but I have been making it a point to read, I haven't stayed as consistent, but I have been making it a point to read. I think I'm at 6 or 7 books right now. So that's, from not reading any books since high school maybe, or I guess college, right? But even then, I didn't read the whole book. It was a lot of spark notes and that type of thing. Put it this way, I don't think I've read an entire book since summer reading of like freshman year of high school, when I actually took it seriously. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty fucking good. 6, 7 books in a year for me, coming from where that's pretty fucking good. That's the point I'm trying to make here. So again, it's about progress. Sometimes you don't always reach the goal, but you make progress, and that's the most important part, is the journey and the process. So that one's still on there. I'm still hopeful for that. Read 20 books this year. Number 7, one that I just started to, embrace a little bit more, and one that I'm still hopeful for. Again, it's a money thing, but I'm still hopeful for it. Take saxophone lessons / be more musical. And then under that, it says spend time and money on lessons and practice, include music books. So I haven't gone to take any saxophone lessons. However, I did pick up my guitar again. So be more musical has, it's been a little bit, right? Took me a while to do that. I've been kind of neglecting it. I've really been I've been putting more thought into having a song for the show again. That's that one I have been saying for a while. It's been, again, we lose track, especially when you have such a monstrous list like this. And this is a big learning process. So 2022's list may be a little bit more concise, maybe some goals that I'm definitely trying to focus on. But, nonetheless, it's take saxophone lessons. I'm still trying. That's still something that I'm going to try for toward the end of the year. Again, it's 2021 goals. So if my first saxophone lesson is December 31st, right, or December 30th, that counts. I'm counting that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And it'll roll into the next year. So that's how I look at this stuff, right down till the last goddamn second. If I have a class for an hour at December 31st, you know what I'm saying, at 11 o'clock till 11:59, it counted. I'm checking that bitch off. But yeah, that one is still in my mind. That one I still want to make happen. Next, keep schedule, use planner. That one I have done. I've done that one. That one's gonna keep. I've got it to a point where it's like necessary. I have to keep a planner when I'm planning guests, when I'm planning to do different things, meetings with different people and whatever the fuck else. The planner's been important. So that one, first one, I can check off. I probably could have checked it off last time, but we're gonna put a nice little check here, and that one is good. So that one was real important to me because that was my saving grace a few years ago when I didn't know where or how or what direction I was going to go in. I went and got myself a planner, and I made it a point to keep that. And I think it kind of dissolved in 2020 with all the free time we had and not really anything, to do. So I think that one that one was real important to me, and I'm happy that I was able to be consistent with that. And I still use the planner. It's I need to do it, and I don't use my phone because for whatever reason it just works better with a planner in my mind. A physical thing. Include bullshit time and understand the importance. That is a goal that I can say that I have reached. That one, great fucking job. Pat my fucking asshole self on the back. And that's good. Next, we have hike Mount Mansfield with Caroline. Don't be fat fucks before. Another one we can check off. Boom. Should we do one? Mount Mansfield was tough, huh?
It was hard.
Yeah. It was easier than the first time, though.
Yeah, because the first time we weren't,
prepared at all.
Yeah, no.
No
water.
Right. No.
Just ate, chili bowls.
Right.
Chili bread bowls.
Oof.
Grilled cheese. It was terrible.
Dehydrated. I dressed up really warm.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be colder.
We had better weather this time, too, though, because I felt I don't know, I can't remember if it was, super warm, but...
When?
The first time we tried to do it, our first attempt.
Well, we went earlier this year, right?
Yeah, because it showed up on my memories that we went, a year ago this past weekend.
Right.
So...
Wanted to go back to Vermont forever.
I know.
Conquer that fucking mountain.
Yeah, over and over again. Oh my God, it was so terrible though in the beginning.
I know.
I was dying, but it definitely got easier after the first hour. I felt like.
I feel like that's what hiking is.
Yeah.
At first, it's daunting as shit.
But it was climbing. We were on all fours, just climbing that thing in the beginning.
Well, there was a lot of water on it. Made it really slippery.
It was damp. Yeah.
Yeah.
My God, imagine us, and we had no hiking shoes last time.
The first time, yeah.
We couldn't have done this without hiking shoes.
Oh, God, no.
Jesus.
I should wear my Roche runs that I wear for work.
Yeah, no.
With
you slide all the time. You would have ate shit so many more times because we definitely had our falls on that trip.
Yeah, I know. The name of it, just the name of the one that we picked.
Yeah,
Hellbrook.
Jesus.
And it's funny because we took the easier one down, but it was still hard as shit.
Yeah, but it was also, we had just hiked for, I don't know how long it took us to go up.
Yeah.
What, 2.5 hours or something?
Probably, something like that. I got super nervous when we got off Hellbrook and we started to have to really climb up the side of the mountain. I was like, oh fuck. Because
why'd you get nervous?
I don't know. Wherever we were standing, there was a corner of the, rock face that we were on.
Did you look down?
I looked off to the side and I was like, whoa.
We're high as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like, we're going to keep fucking going.
High as hell. What the hell's that?
And when you get mad high up there, you think you're almost done, but there's still way more. That happened to me.
I know. That happened towards the end. I took a picture of where we were actually climbing to, and I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then that girl passed us, and she was on her way down, and she's like, you have a half a mile, and I'm like, I don't know how much that is if we're going literally straight up.
Right. Some people are nasty at that shit. When I did Mount Washington, I told everybody that some people are just walking down easy. Not even looking.
They're like, this is our routine. This is what we just do.
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But the same thing happened to me on Mount Washington where I'm like, all right, we're almost at the top. We'll probably finish in a half hour. another like hour and a half later.
Yeah, and you're like, Jesus, I thought we were.
Yeah.
It was so awesome, though, being on the top of it. Like, you just feel, like, so accomplished. And
Oh, hell yeah.
I felt accomplished for, like, a couple minutes, and I'm like, fuck, now we have to go back down. Like,
I know. You realize it's only halfway there when you get to the top.
Yeah. Man, that was awesome, though.
Yeah.
I'm upset that we didn't, like, get a picture of us, like, together. I mean, we did. We took, like, selfies and shit, but I wanted, like, a picture of us standing.
Right.
But we took good photos. Or I took good photos and sent them to you.
Yeah, you're right. Your phone takes better pictures than mine does.
Yeah, mine's just like more updated, but it's right.
Cheap bastard.
No, it's fine.
But now I have the blueprint when it comes to doing hard hikes. The one that like works for me. Mm-hmm. And we tried it and it worked for us.
Yeah.
It's I speak about it in this episode. If you guys don't know, if you guys can't realize this already, I had this idea to have my lovely Caroline on here to to talk about our hike on Mount Mansfield.
About damn time.
You're the only you're the only person on here that I had a goal with, so. It's only right to have you talk about it, too, because it was hard. That shit was hard.
It was, and we've been talking about it for so long.
Mm-hmm. The whole summer, I'm like,
I know, and I was just waiting for those couple times. Like, it worked so much. So I was like, it was perfect, where I was able to get, like, 3 days off. And we just planned it, like, 2 days before we left. Bought hiking shoes the day of. Like, yeah. Worked out. We fucking did it.
Right.
We were determined.
We did. Highest peak in Vermont.
I know.
Checked, bitch.
Done.
And I think it's the third highest. No, it's not. That's stupid. There's other ones. But in terms of like highest peaks in each state, I think it's the third highest in New England.
Oh, okay.
Because obviously Mount Washington, New Hampshire, and all of New England. But that's like almost 7,000 feet. It was like 6,800. And then I think next is Maine, which is a big one.
Is it in Acadia National Park?
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
I think it's further.
Okay.
It's like 6 hours away.
Jesus.
And it's a dope-ass name, Mount Katahdin.
Oh, yeah, you've told me about this.
Yeah.
Katahdin.
It's part of the Appalachian, like, mountain range.
Oh, okay. We'll write it on 2022. We'll fucking do it.
I know. That's a big one. It's like 50-something, 100 feet.
Yeah.
And there's a lodge at the top. I think the best way to do that one is, since it's so far, you drive there, you hike up it, you sleep in the lodge, and then you hike down it. I think that might have to be the best way.
That'd be cool, though, to kind of like do, I don't know, like a hiking trip in 2 days, you know?
Then it rains the second fucking day and you're ruined.
Do they have a hot tub? Because I
no
was
idea.
so pissed when the hotel didn't little bed and breakfast.
Yeah, I talked about
floors.
that.
Yeah, crooked ass floors.
I know, I forgot that part.
Yeah.
The floors were
There you go,
warped.
crooked ass floors, everyone.
That's important if you go to the Smuggler's Notch Inn.
But, like, I loved that. Like, even though it was sketchy, I loved that because I feel like as a kid, like, we went to Yellowstone when I was a kid and we stayed in the jankest places.
Yeah.
Like, we literally stayed at a motel that had a donkey that rode around on a golf cart.
A real donkey?
Yeah, a real donkey. They put the donkey in the side, like in the passenger seat, and she would just ride around with a pool right in the middle of a gravel parking lot.
Whoa.
And they just rode around. They had horses in the back. Conley and I went, like, horseback riding. It's insane. But those are the stories that, like,
right,
you know, make your childhood and life, you know. We're always going to talk about the crooked-ass floor.
Sure.
And that weird lady who bumped into us, you know.
A couple times. And the fact that we wanted to use the hot tub and it was not
you went on
functioning.
the search for it. Yeah.
I know, I looked all over.
Yeah.
Stepped in like wet ass water. Yeah,
I know.
wet water.
Yeah.
Wet grass. Wet water.
Jesus.
But all around fun experience, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Got to have a nice Vermont breakfast. I feel like
that was good. That was like light.
yeah. Those like woodsy places for whatever reason have really good breakfast. Like when me and Josh did Mount Greylock, we stopped at a place for breakfast and they had fucking chickens.
Oh.
So like, in my mind,
like live chickens.
Yeah, like a coop.
Oh yeah, you told me about this.
So in my mind, it's like they're getting fresh ass eggs. I don't know if they were, but
no, I'm
I
sure
would think
they were.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a convenience store
Why would
too.
you have fresh chickens and not use their eggs? That's stupid.
I don't know. They hoard them for themselves. They don't want to sell them. But, yeah. Thank you for coming with me and doing it again as hard as it was the first time.
Yeah, I'm glad we did it. I'd do it again.
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of other mountains that we can do over there, though. We already did the biggest one, so we can do another one. Yeah. Olive juice.
Olive juice.
All right, back to your regular scheduled program. Great job to both of us. In fact, that one was a lot of fun. That was actually tough. I was fucking tired. There was a point where we got to like almost the top, and I was like, this is brutal. And she's like, well, we're finishing, motherfucker. And I was like, you're right. We are finishing. So that was a lot of fun. That was something important, I think, because we started it the first time. We were like, wow, this is hard. And we weren't able to do it. We weren't prepared. And this time we were prepared. I had a plan because this past summer, I had been hiking a lot. And I would love to, I have 2 more mountains in New England to finish in terms of highest peaks, right? I did Mount Washington, which is the highest peak in New England. I did that, and that gave me the blueprint on what to do, how to get prepared for these hikes. And now I can just use it going forward. And for me, it was, okay, eat like a motherfucker the night before, the whole day actually before, eat a lot, drink a lot of water, start that, a few days before. Same thing with the eating, but definitely eat a lot the night before. It's that shit was super important. Wake up refreshed, don't try to, whatever reason, don't try to force shit or whatever. Just sleep as best as you can. Wake up. One thing I learned is to pack lighter. I don't need as much shit as I brought on some of these hikes, especially on Mount Mansfield. I didn't need my big-ass jug. My bag was kind of heavy, so that's what that is. But, and then the day before or the day of, eat a good breakfast, eat a big breakfast, have some time to digest, keep some Powerade on you, bring some water, and bring some snacks. And take your time up the mountain. And I found that worked. It worked very well, and hiking Mount Mansfield was a lot of fun. I got hurt a little bit. That's always great. Smashed my ribs. It was a very slippery mountain, a lot of water on it. And, we'll see if I get to these other 2. So I've done Mount Mansfield, which is the highest peak in Vermont. I did Mount Washington, highest peak in New England, and, of course, New Hampshire. And I did Mount Greylock, which is the highest peak in Massachusetts. All I have left is Maine, which is Mount Katahdin, I think is how you pronounce it. That one is, I'm probably going to have to stay overnight. We're going to see me and Danilo. We might do that one. We're going to see. I mean, it's going to be cold, but we're going to do it. We're going to try. And we might have to sleep over. Maybe toward the end of the month or middle of the month of October. We'll see. We'll try and plan it best we can. And because that one's like 6 hours away, so we're gonna have to drive, hike it, probably sleep on top, and then we'll hike it back down and drive home. So that'll be fun. That's a high one. That's like 5,000 change. You know what I'm saying? That one's pretty high. Mansfield was like 4,000 something. Washington was like 6, and I think Greylock was almost 3. So, and then I have Connecticut. Connecticut is smaller than Greylock, so it's like 2 something. And that one, we'll see. Again, we'll see what the fuck happens going forward. But nonetheless, number 9, hiked Mount Mansfield with my lovely Caroline, and that was a lot of fun. So that was good. And we got to go back to Vermont, which we've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to do big time. And we stayed at the Smuggler's Notch Inn, which was very nice. It just sucked because we thought we were going to get to use the hot tub, and it was fucking closed. So that kind of was sucky. But nonetheless, great time. Hiked Mount Mansfield. Another one checked off. Number 10. We can check this one off too. Get a nice bike. Yes, I have gotten a nice bike. Trek Love you. I've been working on the payments. It's a pretty good fucking deal. I missed one payment and it fucked my credit up big time. I never missed a payment in my life. Didn't know how bad it would, do that and how much it would affect my credit. But, we hopped back on the horse. But nonetheless, I'm super happy to have the bike. I used it a lot. I'm going to try to keep using it in the fall. And that's what the fuck it is. That one was, that was more or less easy. I think on the last goal recap, I think it was in the mail or it was in the process of coming in, so I didn't want to cross it off yet. But I have it. I've been riding it. I love it. It's great. Yahoo got a nice bike. And then finally, the last goal we have on here, number 11. Well, that's what it's numbered, but it was really, I don't know what it is at this point after crossing some off. Save more money, the 20% rule, try budgeting. Now, this one, I don't know if I've been doing the 20% rule. I've been reading the Richest Man in Babylon, and in that book, it mentions, hey, 10% rule. Take 10% of what you have and put it in there. Save it. And I think I'm going to cross this off and put 10% rule. Mainly because I've been doing that, right? But I'm not gonna check this off until the end of the year because technically I had on here 20% rule. I wasn't able to follow it. I've been saving what I could around 10%, and I've been able to do that. So it's like half done. I've been able to save more money, definitely. And plus, like I had mentioned, that tax return helped big time. All that money went right in my savings. That was another, $1,200 or something. So that was good. That helped big time, and it kind of put me at ease. So for the rest of the year, we're going to try and do 10%. And we'll cross it off if it happens, or not cross it off. We'll check it off at the end of the year if we can make it happen. There's a lot of money to be spent at this time, right? I'm working on getting my parents a good gift for Christmas. That'll be, probably paid for come middle of October. Me and my brother are gonna work on it together, and that, and then I got to get my brother and my dad gifts for their birthday. They're both in November, so I got to work on that. And then, as you all know, the worst fucking holiday of the year, Christmas. Worst holiday of the year when it comes to spending money. My least favorite holiday, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna try my best to make it happen. And then come December, me and the boys, we're gonna try and we're trying to plan a trip to Mardi Gras. I realized that I don't do fun things anymore. I don't have fun, conventional fun, right? Things that I used to find fun. I don't really do anymore. I don't go out and have a drink with anybody. I haven't gone to do anything with my friends. It's been work. I've been intensely focused on getting shit done every day, all the fucking time. And sometimes I fail. Sometimes a lot of the time I'm work. Like I said, I work 7 days a week. I do. I work at a job around 4 days a week. And then I work on this shit. I work on everything else every day. Every day. You know what I'm saying? Every day I'm working on this stuff. And it's important. It's important to me. And, I realized at the wedding I was incredibly lame. At the wedding in Indianapolis, I didn't even have a drink. It was an open bar. I didn't have one drink. I didn't want to dance. I didn't want to do anything. And I realized the whole time, I'm like, damn, I don't have fun anymore. I don't do anything fun. The stuff that I find fun now is still technically work. This is fun to me. Recording with other people, it's fun, right? That shit's fun. The other stuff that I've been working on, the secret stuff, that shit's a lot of fun. But it's still work. I haven't done anything technically leisurely. My leisure time is me just hanging out alone, reading a book or I hooked up the old Xbox again, playing video games, whatever else. And even then, I'm just thinking about all the other stuff I could be doing. So that was a big, long explanation to say that I am trying to plan. We're trying to go to Mardi Gras, have a good fucking time with the boys. I was supposed to go to Florida with them. I didn't do it because I didn't have any money. I didn't want to spend any money. This time I'm saying, fuck it. Spend some goddamn money. Have some fucking fun. You owe it to yourself. You know? I mean, the funnest thing I did this year was probably go to, it was that day we went to Canopy Lake. That was such a fun day. Oh, man, that one was great. Went to Canopy Lake, and then we went to Boston. We stayed overnight. We went to see Tim Dillon. The worst part of that day was I spent the money in the Encore, the casino, and I was so fucking upset. That ruined my night a little bit. But that was before the show, so the show helped it. But that was such a fun fucking day, and it was great. And I want to redo it. You know, I really do want to relive it. And, but nonetheless, money. Save more money. I'm going to try my best to keep doing 10% every week, starting this week. Whatever I get paid, 10% is going away. I don't give a fuck what I say to myself. We need money. We need this. No. It's the beginning of the month, 10% away. And that's what's going to happen for the rest of the year. I got 4 months to save 10% every fucking week, which means at the end of the month, I should have saved 40%. That's pretty fucking good. You do that a bunch of times. If you break it down, it works, right? That's, let's say I make an average of $600 a week. That's, $60 every week. 60 times 4, that's $240. Times 4 again, that's pretty fucking good, right? That's fucking $480. That's decent, right? And I do that over time, and over time, it'll make a difference. I know it will. So, again, stack a little bit of money, and that's what it is. So, guys, this goal recap was pretty good. The other two, I haven't, all I really did was make revisions. I didn't make any, I hadn't reached any goals. But this one I reached 3, right? Keep a schedule, hike Mount Mansfield, and get a nice bike. So that's pretty good. So for the end of the year, all we have left is make first amount of money on podcast. I'm hopeful for it. Double the amount in the brokerage account. I honestly think I should cross that one off, right? I don't know why I haven't crossed that one off yet, but that one is not going to happen. We're not going to double the amount. So we'll get that motherfucker off. So right now it's still make first amount of money on the podcast, 185 pounds by the end of the year, read 20 books, take saxophone lessons, 10% rule. So we got 5 left, guys. I've crossed off and eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 of them are ineligible. So that knocked our thing down to... That knocked our list down to 8, and I've reached 3. So, boom. We got 5 left. We're going to try our best, guys. It's the journey. It is the motherfucking journey. And that's what it is. That's what this episode was all about. And I hope you guys, if you made your 2021 list, if you made your goals, I hope you guys are still working on them. I hope you still look at them every day and you try your best to reach them, because that's what's most important, is that you fucking try. And that's it, guys. That's what this episode was. Right at the end of the 4th quarter. Said I would do it, and that's what the fuck it is. I'm done talking. Y'all have a great rest of your day, a great rest of your week. I'm going to talk to you guys solo dolo on Monday. We're going to have a great episode for you guys on Thursday. And make sure you follow the show. Make sure you click the links, do the thing. If you want some gloves, obsessiveaggression.com still exists. I rebought the domain today. We got it for at least another year. And that's it, guys. I'm done. Peace.